Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. In today's video, you guys, I am going to be trying out the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalkr. It's a mouthful. Let me make sure I give you guys the name right. The Fenty Beauty Sun Stalkr Face and Eye Bronzer and Highlighter Palette. This is a gorgeous palette, you guys. I picked this up and hauled this with you guys during my most recent Sephora haul video. This is gorgeous. One of the comments on that video was that this is a makeup artist's dream palette, and that is no joke. This is perfect if you're a makeup artist. If you're not a makeup artist, this will give you an opportunity to create one of those soft, bronzy, contoured out type of eye looks, and it's gorgeous. It's great for every day. It's great for a one-stop shopping type of palette. If you're traveling, you just want to throw one palette in your bag. You don't have to worry about carrying 3 or 4 palettes, 2 or 3 palettes, whatever the case may be. You want to streamline your makeup products when you're traveling, and this is one of those palettes that's going to help you to do that. So yeah, I created this gorgeous eye look using this palette. I also did some other complexion work on my face using this palette, so it turned out absolutely gorgeous. So if you'd like to see all the details and how I created this eye look, then keep watching. And I think for the eye look that I'm going to create using this palette, I'm just going to play with these 4 shades or these 4 bronzers right here. This one, which is called Inda Sun. I think when I mentioned this shade in my haul video, I may have called this India Sun or something like that, but this is Inda Sun, I-N-D-A, and then the word sun. I don't think I'm going to be using this in this particular eye look because it's a little bit on the light side for me. But I think with these other 4 bronzing shades, I'm just going to play with it and get an eye look going here. But to start off, I am going to use this shade. This shade is called Private Island, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I'm now going to use this bronzer. This is called Caramel Cutie. And I'm just going to do, I think, just a gradient type of blend. Sort of just gradually get deeper and deeper. So I'm putting this in my crease area. I'm keeping it a little bit high though, because I want to go in with Cocoa Naughty as well. But I'm just using this to kind of, you know, give my eye the shape, or give this eye look the shape that I'm going for. I will say that so far these are feeling quite smooth on the eye. There have been times when I've used a bronzer as an eyeshadow and I get a little bit of tugging or a little bit of resistance right when I'm trying to apply it to my eyes, and I think that's because it wasn't designed for that. But this is going on pretty smooth. It feels really good. I'm not getting a whole lot of tugging as I'm applying it to my lids. I'm now going to go into this bronzer here. This is called Cocoa Naughty, and I'm just stepping my way down, and I'm just layering these just haphazardly on my eye. I want to use this in a manner as I would if this were the only palette that I were taking on a trip with me, right? This would be the only one that I have, so I would be trying to do a more natural contoured, or you know, a softer eye look. So keeping that in mind as I place these shadows on my eye, but just stepping down, just using each one of them. I'm keeping this one more so in my crease, just a little bit more tightly than I did the, what is it called? Caramel Cutie. So this is Cocoa Naughty. So this is a little bit deeper than Caramel Cutie. I'm now going to use the deepest shade in this bronzer palette, and this is called Thick Mint. And I'm going to place this on the outer V. and just blend it inward just a little bit. And I'm going to build this up to my desired level of intensity because this is a bronzing type of formula. So it's pigmented, but it's still sort of translucent, if that makes sense. So you can see the color, but if you want to build it up, you really are going to have to build it up, right? It's not going to be like one of your eyeshadows where you dip into it and you pop it on there and you're like, oh my God, you know, this is too much. This is going to be the opposite of that. So that can be a good thing or a bad thing. Just depends on what your expectations are. But this is perfect for your everyday type of look. This is looking really, really pretty. I'm now going to add a little bit more of this shade or this color. This is called Fat Glass, P-H-A-T Glass. And I am going to use this on my mobile lid. That's the lid that's moving here. I'm not going to carve out my lid in any way. I'm just going to go straight in with this. If I were taking this palette on a trip with me, I probably wouldn't be carving out my lid because I'm too busy trying to get into the festivities or activities that are going on. So I'm going to use it in that same manner. But this is gorgeous on the eyelid. Very pretty. I'm going to go back into thick mint again, and I'm going to do just a little bit more blending. I want to blend the thick mint and the fat glass, which is the shimmer shade that I have on my lid right now. I just want to blend the two of them together just a little bit more so they just kind of marry into each other. Add a little bit more to that outer V. I don't want to lose the depth here, so I'll just add a little bit more. But it's very soft, very pretty. I love using bronzers on the eye. All right, and you don't have to do this part if you don't want to. I like to do this because of my particular eye shape. But I'm going to go back into thick mint again. I'm going to use a really small blending brush. This is from Sigma. This is their E36 brush. Yes, this is an E36 brush. And I'm going to take this, and as I normally do, I just add a little bit more definition into that upper part of the eye. So that way when I close my eye, you can still see where that darker shade is. Because I know that when I open my eye, that's going to disappear. But when I close it, you'll be able to see the shape of the eye look that I was trying to give. So that's why I do that. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that right there on the top. So you can tell the difference between the two. So you can see in this one, in the upper part of my eye, You can see where the eyeshadow stops, but there's not a lot of definition in the shape of the eye look, the eyeshadow look that I have, versus on this side, you can see all of the shades that I've added, but you can also see that definition that I gave in the actual shape. You don't have to do that. That's just something that I prefer to do. It's now time to line my eyes, and I'm going to use this eye pencil from Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Pigment Pro pencil, and it's in the shade The Perfect Brown. And since this is more of a softer eye look, I figured that this, you know, a brown eyeliner would be perfect for it. This is a really pretty brown, and I'm gonna flip this pencil over to the brush side, and I'm going to just sweep this upward. I want to keep this look really soft, so I'm not going to wing it out too much. I just want a little bit of a lifted eye look, so I'll just brush this upward just a little bit. And for this look, I'm not going to add any eyeliner to my top lid. I want this to look as natural as possible. So I'm just going to add some mascara because I am going to add some falsies. But I'm going to try to add those falsies today with no liner. I love the way it looks when the lashes look like they're coming out of your eyelid. And don't get me wrong, I like a good eyeliner look too. But for this look today, we're not going to use any eyeliner. I'm just going to put some mascara on and pop on some lashes, because if I were traveling and I decided to take only this one palette with me, I would do that knowing that I'm going to be, you know, doing more natural type of looks, and I probably wouldn't be going through adding eyeliner, you know, in that instance. So that's what I'm going to try to create now. And I'm going to add my lashes. I'm going to apply some glue. I'm using this super hold glue from Eye Envy. You can see that there, it's a strong hold glue, and it goes on white but it turns clear, making sure I get enough on my edges, on the edge of the lash, because that normally is where it pops up first. These are some lashes that I picked up from my local beauty supply store. I've gotten several wears out of these lashes, you guys. I'll find the box and I'll let you guys know what these lashes are. I'll leave it in the description box below, but I have been loving these lashes. They are so beautiful and they fit my eye. I have large eyes and I don't have to cut anything or reposition them in order for them to look right. They work really well on my eye shape. Eyelashes on. That's really pretty and it looks so natural. Okay, let's get the other lash on. My eyes are done, so I'm going to finish off my complexion, and I'm going to come back and we're going to use some more of the bronzing shades out of this Fenty bronzer palette. Now that my concealer and my foundation is done, I actually airbrushed my foundation today for this look, but I'm going to go back into the Fenty Stalkr bronzer palette here, and I'm going to use my normal Fenty Beauty Stalkr shade to bronze up my face, and that is this shade right here, which is Cocoa Naughty, and this is the shade that I normally use, and I'm just going to do a light bronzing here. I did not do any contouring underneath my foundation today like I normally do. So I'm just gonna warm up my face with Coconut. This is one thing to consider when using this palette, is that it has the narrow type of pans. If you normally use a large brush to bronze with, then this could get a little interesting because your brush may be too big to fit into that pan. But it's a easy problem to solve. Just switch up the brush, right? It's really pretty. But again, Coconut is my normal bronzer shade, so I knew what to expect from this one. It's really pretty. And it really flows with the eyes so well. Just love it when you use a bronzer on your eyes. It just ties everything in so beautifully. And I think I want to use a little bit of this one, which is Caramel Cutie. It's a little bit lighter, so I want to try just plopping that just kind of right on top there, almost as if it were blush. Just kind of in that area a little bit. So I'm layering quite a bit of powders here, but these are layering beautifully. I'm going back to the palette again, and I'm going to use Fat Glass. This is the same highlighter that I've used for my brow bone highlight. I've used it on my eyelid. And to pull this look together, to bring it full circle, I'm going to go back into this same highlighter again. And I'm going to add just a little bit here on the highest part of my cheekbones. And that is so gorgeous. So, so pretty. And this look is done. I love how this eye look turned out using the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalkr Face, Eye, Bronzer, and Highlight palette. This is a gorgeous palette, and I am super glad to add it to my collection, and it will be going in my bag on one of my upcoming trips. You guys have heard me say that I love using a bronzer for my eye look, and this is just proof that you can create a gorgeous, simple, soft, glam type of eye look using bronzers, and Fenty Beauty has put it all together for you in one package. Super glad to add this to my collection. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.